Hi everyone, welcome to our YouTube channel, and for today's video, I will be teaching you represent a quadratic function through table values and graphs. So I have prepared a PowerPoint presentation representing a quadratic function through table values and graphs. So represent quadratic function using table of values. So our first topic is table of values. And complete the table of values using the indicated functions. So our sample function is this. F of x equals x squared plus 2x plus 1. So this is our table values, and this is what table values looks like. So we have x values here: -3, -1, -2, -1, rather 0, 1, 2, and 3. So what we are going to do is substitute this substitute these x values to our function. So first, here is our function. Substitute -3 squared plus 2 times -3 plus 1. So simplify 9 minus 6 plus 1 equals 4. So let's put number 4 in our table. And next is -2. So substitute -2. Simplify, so we have 1, so put 1. And next is negative negative 1. So substitute -1 squared plus 2 times negative 1 plus 1. So simplify, so we have 0 and put 0. Next is 0 x 0 value. So we have simplify, so we have 1. Next is x, the x is 1. So substitute. So we have 1 squared plus 2 times 1 plus 1. So simplify. So 4. Next is 2. And substitute. Simplify. So we have 9. Next is the last number in the table. Substitute 3. 3 squared plus 2 times 3 plus 1. Simplify. So we have 9 plus 6 plus 1 equals 16. So we already completed the table of values. That's how to complete table of values. Just substitute x values to our function and then substitute, then simplify. Next is, please remember this. Um, we can say that a function is quadratic if the second difference in y is equal. So we have already a table of values here. So let's get the difference in y. So -1 minus 2, we have -3. -3 minus -1, we have -1. -1 minus -2, we have 1. And 2 minus -1, we have 3. And 7 minus 2, we have 5. And 14 minus 7, we have 7. And that is our first difference in y. So let's proceed. So -1 minus -3, we have 2. And 1 minus -1, we have 2. And 3 minus 1, we have 2. And 5 minus 3, we have 2. And 7 minus 5, we have 2. And as you can see that the second difference are equal. Therefore, our table is a quadratic function. So now let's represent quadratic functions using graphs. So we have a definition here. The graph of a quadratic function is a U-shaped curve called a parabola. The sign on the coefficient of the quadratic function affects whether the graph upward or downward. So if a less than 0, the graph makes a front or opens downward. And if A is greater than 0, then the graph makes a smile, opens upward. So now let's sketch the graph of f of x equals x squared plus 2x plus 1. So first, complete the table. So this function is given previous slide. So complete the table. So we have x and y values. And then next is plot the points in the Cartesian plane. So we have mm, here our plotted points. So next is connect the plotted points. So here is our graph. Mm, we already connect the plotted points. So I am using Desmos graphing calculator, and we will try to use Desmos. And I have a link here. So yes, loading. It is a online graphing calculator. So um if you are going to see the graphs already, so we will input our function. So our function is x squared plus 2x plus 1. So here, so the same as what I have shown to you earlier. So here is our graph. But if you are going to table it, mm, table, then here is the points. So this is the ordered pairs 2 and 9. So yes, here 2 and 9, and 1 and 4. And that is our points. So here we can also it depends on us what number from. We can say -5, from -5 down to +5. So we can do that. Just simply input the values of x. That is how um, accessible Desmos graphic calculator. It is online, so we can access it anytime. In graphing, we it has already a Desmos scientific calculator, so we can use it also. So that is my presentation. Hope you can use Desmos graphing calculator in your future activities for easy and accessible tool in answering your assignments and all. Thank you and God bless everyone.